can. Sweet, that's good to know. Alright. And let's see if this is working. Alright. Alright, yeah. Yeah, it is working. Okay. Alright. Alright, guys, we are live. Alright, so first things first, back on my glasses. Let's get to sculpting today. So today we're gonna sculpt, and I don't really know what I'm gonna sculpt. Boom. Now we're just getting the general base shape of the head down. We're going to start moving slowly around the object until we get it done. Eventually I'm going to do a much more complicated project on here. One that has a lot more effort in. But after wrestling with the IKEA last night, guys, we're just going to do this sculpt all normal like. Hope everyone's doing okay. Eventually I'm going to get comments up on YouTube so people can comment if they like. Right now I'm just trying to get the underside of the jaw set up right by using the move brush and moving around the mesh. As I do that, I'm going to start rotating and plucking the sides of the mesh up and down till eventually I get the muzzle, the general structure up and down. And then I'm going to pull up the skull and the head. Working on the roundness and the sides of it. There we go. Bring the skull forward more, back a little bit more, and up. And then bringing the back of the skull more wider, and making the front of the skull smoother towards the front. And now we're going to bring out the clay builder brush, and we're going to start slowly building it up. Now I promised you guys music last time. Let's see if we can get that working. I technically had a little bit more time before I started doing this one than I gave myself. So. Just going to start sculpting out the eye area and the general space. If you guys ever have any questions about how I sculpt this stuff, you're welcome to leave in the comments down below. I will try to resolve it and try to let you guys know how I'm doing it. But right now I'm just building up the bridge of the eyes and moving out the general anyway, I have Sculptris Pro mode on. I'm going to take this off because my eyes are floating for some reason. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to lean away from the camera for a little bit and focus on the... Yay! Oh my god, I'm going to get you guys some elevator music. What do you guys think about some elevator music? I think elevator music sounds great right now. So I'm still waking up. I need to stop doing these tired and agitated, frustrated, and very, very low mental state, consciousness. It's not good. Also, my phone just vibrated at random. Oh no. Okay, for some reason it's hooked up to Liam's music. I am not liking that. Your library. Oh, that is not good. Account. Alright, well, you know what? We're in Rome. What do you guys want to listen to? Let's listen to some radio music. Let's see. Oh no, we don't want to play sleepy music. We don't want to play sleepy music. How you guys enjoy staring at a blank screen while I do this? This is a terrible idea. Just god awful. But we're doing it anyway. Yeah, we'll play some classic. Oh shit. Even though I'd much rather prefer a lot of other music, but yeah. Calming classical music. There we go. On Spotify. There we go. I have no idea if this will get me in trouble or not, because I don't know what the fuck this song is. And if the search features were better on Spotify, I would use them. So Google might get mad at me just for using an inferior search system to get you guys this. But whatever. Just gonna move it there. Same with the DuckDuckGo crowd. It really has to do more with the mouse than it does anything else, though. Being honest, the mouse. The fact that I'm not using a mouse and keyboard, the fact that I'm using a Roku remote makes the music kind of harder to do. Honestly, I kind of want Zeppelin. You know what? If I put on Zeppelin and I talk over it and I don't have it monetized, will that get me in trouble? Anyone here want Zeppelin? I want Zeppelin. I'm having a hard time waking up. Get up to the search bar. There we go. And we're just gonna get some Zeppelin playing, cause that sounds way better to me. Where the f is the Z on this damn thing? I probably should have gone with Lad first. So just trying to spell Zeppelin and praying that it did it. And I also know it's spelled incorrectly, so this is gonna be fun. Because it's supposed to be like it has led to destruction versus not, I believe. I actually know this. Maybe if I hit enter, then it will show me a list, and Led Zeppelin's gotta be on there. Boom, beautiful. Oh, look at that. The ZBrush has got my back. It's got my back for the. There we go. Maybe a little too loud for this, but fuck it. So we're gonna start sculpting the outer body of the face, and yeah, that will get me in trouble with I mean, I don't see it as being any different than like videos that are live outside of a live concert. I don't know. This is probably frowned upon. I'm gonna be told by my friends that make music that this was a shitty thing to do. So we're gonna get this general jawline and face shape right. That's the full skull. I kinda like that had character. Let's play with it a little bit more. So we're getting this general shape of the face down right now. That's the main goal, and that is way too narrow of a jaw. I mean, if I'm doing some more cartooning, that'd be fine. Today we're gonna go back to working on the proportions. Originally, I did have planned to get like reference photo for this one beforehand. But I got stuck with the IKEA bed. Calamity. When the IKEA bed is finished, we'll have a lot more space in this room, so I'll be able to have my easel in here permanently, and I'll be able to go back to doing some oil and acrylic paints every now and again. And for here, and I'll be able to hopefully set it up so that can be filmed, and I'll also be able to alter the sound quality a bit by removing external sound by putting up a blanket as a burial. I'm not fooling. I'll stay down, back to schooling. Way down inside, honey, you need. Yeah, I love. Alright, we're gonna start getting this skull widened out, and we're gonna start shaping there. The video game, like, I really wish I could play this song like, when you're like charging off the roof. That'd be fucking great. The skateboard. Same with the one before it. No, I legally have no way of being able to afford to do that. I have no financial ability to afford that, and I have no legal way of doing it, but god, that'd be great. I mean, Doom is technically a ripoff of Metallica for the full soundtrack. Maybe you just made it 8-bit, but I would be able to look at myself if I did that. I'm questioning if this is the moral thing to do or not. I was going to do something in the public domain, but I'm having a hard time waking up, guys. It's not really like you can enjoy the music with me constantly talking over it and singing, so I think that makes it okay, right? My horrible voice and that I'm going to hell for playing that in the background. I mean, I was already probably heading there anyway, but accept it. Let's see. You. Okay. Well, I didn't expect for you to be as big of a tubby boy, you know. Come on. That's horrible. Now fat shaming publicly on the internet. That's great. That's gonna make a good first impressions. You do let him look fat as a kid. Don't Mr. Sculpt. Mrs. Sculpt. Haven't really decided yet. Still playing around with the shapes. I'm trying to get them more accurate and more proportioned for this model. Something a little more realistic, a little less character, a little more grounded. I gotta be able to show that I can do both. I think if I'm gonna be able to get a job, at least that's what I've told myself. So I try jumping between both extremes, despite the fact that I really just perform more character and cartoony stuff. But I also know that by doing these slightly more accurate bodily anatomy studies, you get a lot more done. I want the front of the face to taper on a bit more there. The head shape I need to fix a lot more. Alright, now we're gonna get the nostrils in. And we're gonna get the underside in. I don't know why I couldn't get that to work the day before. But anyway, we're gonna get the general shape down. Gotta figure out how to log it back into Ribwit, set it to my Spotify versus my brother's on you know, maybe if I project it from my phone, then it might solve it next time. I'll have to project it, I think, ahead of time. Anyway, damn standard bush. Oh no, Instagram messed up. I just hit the button the second time. There we go. Make me sweat, gonna make me move. Cool, actually, from Blues Fortune. So their songs. How's it going, guys? Alright. Let's get back to sculpt. In just 1 second, I gotta blow my nose. Alright. I'm gonna sculpt this face as close to life as humanly possible. We're gonna get the general shape down. Today we're gonna be doing a slightly more accurate one, and then bring in proportions. Alright. Pinch. Brush. Use the pinch brush to pinch the shape around the lips. Let's get this down here. And we just get this taken care of down here. And around here. And that general shape down to the face and the skull. Bringing it down. Now, this doesn't allow me to put it onto YouTube afterwards, because I decided to put Zeppelin on. I apologize to everyone on YouTube who might have actually wanted to see me sculpt live, but it's just the general way it is. Let's get this size of these a little bit more evenly so I can get the general shapes down. The face. I have the nose there's got way too big of a cradle. I'm going to have to fill that in. Ain't got no soul. Alright, anyway. Let's get this up. Get the general shape down and move the face around. So next time we'll probably do classical music because I'm pretty sure this is gonna get me in trouble. But I needed something to listen to while I walked today. Anyway, we're gonna start building up the upper lip of the phantom by carving out some of this spot here, which is where the groove of the lips are, and we're gonna do that with hitting the Alt button while holding down the clay builder brush, which allows us to build in reverse, and then we're gonna build it up nice and smooth. Now we're going to straighten out the general shape of the lip, here and here. We're going to bring it down into the inner portion of the lips. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to get this general shape of the lip up and ready to go. Now, I'm doing this every day off until we get good at it. Yeah, the public speaking portion anyway. We sculpted in every day until the day I die. Which is the way it is. I miss a sculpting day, it's a bad day for Noah. If I miss a sculpting day, In the sense that nothing just shows up. Oh man, live stream stopped again. Holy. Might be the Zeppelin. Shit. Let's try it without the Zeppelin and see if Instagram will let it go through, and then maybe I'll try classical music. Unfortunately, I think that's what it is. I think they have bots on the background, which would make sense. The Zeppelin's probably not okay. Like, but I needed something to help me wake up for a little bit, guys. Most folk songs are in the public domain, so I should be able to get away with that. But I'm pretty sure if I just play some low, let's do like some whale sounds. You guys want some like whale sounds? Like, yeah, we can do like the ocean or something, but we'll go to like the relaxing side of sounds. Yeah, mood. Well, I'll hit mood. No, we're not fucking playing that shit. Apparently, mood is nothing but pop on Instagram, on this program. We don't want sleep. Rain? You guys want rain? You guys want to hear rain? I'm trying to make it better. I know I pause a lot, so we're gonna say sleep tight. No, I just woke up. I don't really want that. Hawaiian Dream. That sounds interesting. The ocean. There we go. That's what we need. We need ocean sounds in the background. There we go. It's perfect for the desert. There we go. Now you guys can hear the worms that the ocean as serenade you as I walk on this piece. Just bring these lips down a little more out. Some of this is just how I have the nose structured right now. It's too far curved up right now. I need to bring it down more. And the brow line. Brow line is also off. I have like a Neanderthal brow line with this design right now. That's a simple fix. Just go in here and go bam. Go bam. Bam. Look at that. Some people actually do have that sloped head. The like the dude from Professor Xavier from like the X-Men movies. It's also like I think Captain Bernard in the more science-y Star Trek. I know I got into Star Trek. That's so for like some of the more goofy Olio episodes of Star Trek. Those are great. But like not for like a long-term like watching experience, more from like a what the kind of experience. But some of the more like Twilight Zone-y episodes actually are really good on that show. Like with Q, like I understand the people who are like into those. Like those to me made sense. Like the Q episode is actually pretty smart as far as Star Trek was concerned. Like it kind of had an interesting interpretation, I thought, on the view of God and making a very honestly intelligent argument to like why if there was a creator there'd still be suffering in a very interesting manner. It was a good way of like solving a lot of the way society looked. There you go, guys. We got a sponsor apparently. I should have done this through Spotify. Should have came up with a different way to get you guys some audio background music. I just figured, like, you know, I pause a lot during these videos, and so, like, it's gotta suck when you're seeing, like, the sculpt go on and, like, there's nothing new. Hopefully eventually I'll figure out how to run a server on these things, because if you do it via a server when you stream on YouTube and on Instagram, then you could generally build it out, figure it out. Do miss Zeppelin though already. Zeppelin was a lot better. Zeppelin was a much better choice. Maybe I have my brother, like, one of these days. He's a musician. Maybe he can, like, play while I sculpt for you guys. I'll let him play whatever the fuck he wants. That'll be a fun experience. Because if I tell him that he can play whatever he wants, then he'll definitely play whatever he wants in the moment, and it will be a wonderful be bad, because he won't be playing actually decent music. He'll probably do it just like as a form of, like, torturing device, making up very weird lyrics. But that in itself sounds like fun. Maybe we'll do it that way. Maybe we'll see if I can get him to do that for us. Just like I know, like, the pausing can't be fun for you guys. Now I'm just trying to get the cheekbones to come out. And as the cheekbones come out more and more and the general face is there, you notice that I'm rotating and pivoting non-stop, and that's just part of the sculpting process. You have to make sure that you understand the general shape of the face you're working with, and you have to make sure you're constantly questioning it. I keep trying to make something that it just does not want to be. It wants to be this, so I'm just going to let it decide what it wants to be versus fighting with it anymore. Which is not necessarily what you want when you're studying anatomy. You're trying to get the proportions right, but at the same time, a little bit of sacrifice to the creative impulse, I think, is quite valuable in my opinion. So that's what we're going to be doing now. Man, that ocean is just amazing. Just an amazing ocean right there. Again, the brown is set up so now it has that structure. I'm going to add a little bit of the muscle underneath the underlining brow. After that, I'll probably do some cleaning, and then eventually we have a big project coming up for this Instagram, or at least something a little more well scripted and well structured. But I needed to warm up before I did that for the Instagram, for the YouTube, and for whatever we want to call ourselves down here. We can have a club name or whatever. There, I had like 300 people if you take my combined social media account number, a little over that actually. So that's kind of neat. Alright, plug in the computer. Give it a bit more, give it a few seconds to readjust, because 2 blocks. Let's grab that move brush. It's very important not to gain that phantom hand effect I just did there. Where it's set up that way. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely the Zeppelin that was causing Instagram to be like, no. So that sucks. And it also kind of doesn't. It kind of makes sense. I don't know. I'm just playing around, trying to see what I can do. But I'd much rather listen to Zeppelin while I walk than this. I wonder if I did it my way would count, because, well, it's definitely class. It's not. I don't think that's in the public domain. I mean, I know there are a couple of folk songs too that I like it aren't in the public domain, but trying to figure that out. Alright. That's too far forward. That's probably not far forward enough. Alright. I need to unfortunately delete you in order to... That's good. I'm glad that the recording at least is still going on the YouTube. I don't know if YouTube allows Zeppelin and Instagram doesn't. Maybe we'll do our lives over on YouTube instead, almost solely. Honestly, probably guys get a better viewing quality. My YouTube channel is Dumpster File, so that shouldn't be too hard to figure out. I should probably put that in the link in the description of my ArtStation. It kind of is weird to like link a website where I have like 60 followers to a website where I have 270. That's kind of weird. Like probably not the way to go about doing it, especially because like ArtStation is designed for like getting jobs in the art industry, whereas Instagram is just designed for getting like clout, like entertainment. So it's kind of like, hey guys, I would like to be hired. Without I also saw they have this link tree thing you can do. It will allow you to link all the different ways to get in touch with you. It's probably something I should probably do. I don't know. I'm weird because I'm both computer illiterate and yet still a programmer and indie game developer. Like on one hand, I'm building a video game. On the other hand, I couldn't figure out how the hell Instagram works or any social media works for like the first several days of making it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm goofy, so I guess that's really what I'm just saying here. So it's just very different. I'm still learning the ropes here. Now I'm trying to get this eel to be shaped right, and what I learned about eels fairly recently was that one, my proportions are way all over the place, and the best way to check that is actually going to this side point here. You know what it is? It's not even at my portions of the eel are off, it's the portions of my jaw are off. Look at that, that's way too far back. Boom. And number 2 was that the shape of the eel is a C and a Y. Once I learned that, it was like, boom, I got it. I now understand how to do it. You cut out a C here, and then you make a Y on the inside of that C. And once you have that shape done, then you have the most basic shape of the C there. Oh wow, it names the different types of waves you get. That's kind of cool. I didn't know waves had names. I just thought they were waves. I'm learning so much right now. Anyway, damn standard brush. Maybe somebody came on and reported me for the Zeppelin. Like, he's playing Zeppelin. You're probably gonna get banned from YouTube, from Instagram for being an idiot. They'll probably be my Instagram is lost. You can't play that. Probably actually bots for them doing it. Yeah, do it, so not that big a deal. And that eel straightened out a bit more. It's gonna have to be an attached lobe because we've already messed up too much. It's going for the detached lobe, but you're just gonna have to be an attached lobe, Paulson. The ear isn't far forward enough or round enough at the back half, so we need to fix that up. Also, eels are taller than the eyes on average, so fix that part. Getting there, slowly but surely. The back of his head is way too big too. Move that in. That's where I goofed at. I mean, to be fair, I did say that I look for more cartoony things, and like, look at the structure of this jaw, it's a lot more cartoony, which I prefer to do normally, but goal today is just to get proportionality a little bit better and a little more down. This portion of the lips down. I don't know, it's starting to lose its character. It was kind of nice before. Should probably just stick to cartoony stuff and just pray they'll hire me for that. For more stylized stuff too, to be honest with you guys, I don't really like the over-realistic CGI films, and mostly video games. I don't like it, like, cause it's like you're not gonna get the fidelity anyway in a video game, and also too, like, I don't have a problem with the expenditure of belief. Like, I see great value in the artist who can pull it off, but it's like that to me just doesn't sound like much fun. It's just more like, oh, you can do that. That's cool. But then there's like the idea itself doesn't change that much. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dick about it. But I think TF2 has aged a lot better in sort of Spyro than say any of the Call of Duty games from like even like 2 seasons back. You look at them, they don't age as well, and they don't look as good, in my opinion. Whereas the more stylized stuff does. We'll be doing some stylized stuff in a moment here. I might do some cartoony stuff in the future too, because again, I lean more heavily into the cartoony side of things. So my Instagram's gonna be all over the place. At first I was like, well, I should probably like be more focused about it, or if I do it, I should post more regularly the same kind of content. I think outside of the sculpting, you guys are just gonna have to deal with like whatever I put out there. I mean, I'm still gonna put up abstract stuff too, because I like doing the abstract stuff. Honestly, just a great way to warm up the body. But just don't be surprised if like one day I decide to do like some random like landscape out of nowhere. It might just happen. And so like I guess if you don't like that, unsubscribe now. Same with ArtStation. Don't expect me to do the same thing like every day of the week. It's not something that I can do. It's who I am as a person. Like I need that variety and like training regimen down. I need to experiment still. because I like the way it operates. I still don't necessarily know what makes a good abstraction though. Like, some of you guys are like, "Oh, that's great." I'll make something. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, that's cool." Put it up, and everyone's like, "Nope, I don't give a shit about this." And then there's other ones where, like, there are other days when I'll spend like an hour on a sculpt, like several hours. I'm like, "This is good." Then I'll post it and I'll be like, "Yeah, that's okay, no." But then I'll do another one where it's it's god awful. Like, I think it's like god awful, and everyone was like jumps on board immediately to like it. I don't really know yet what that is. I mean, to be fair, I think part of it's the frustration in making it. Actually, because like hindsight, like a lot of times isn't like the from darkness to light, the little eyeball with the candle in the middle of it, the hand. That was a very frustrating build because I was using multiple mediums. I even tried melting a crown on top of it. The original idea was that the crown was going to be sparking the flame on the thing in front of the eye. And I was going to melt it just halfway so you could maintain it. And so I grabbed the hairdryer out and some tape. The problem was the tape kept undoing. My fingers kept burning from the heat of the hairdryer. So I just gave up on that aspect of it. It still added to the general shape because I think the smearedness of the paint kind of gets what I was getting at with the lack of vision and like processing of items and objects. It kind of tells its own story. That's more in line with what I needed to learn at that moment. But like, I hate my job. That's okay. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get that there. Yeah, that's how Indeed works. Okay, I think Indeed is just a LinkedIn, right, guys? And I need to make a LinkedIn for my art. Wow, man, look at that. I feel like Spotify should pay me. Honestly, I wonder if. Well, I guess Spotify does allow video, so I guess that you could theoretically stream this as like a pseudo podcast. This would be like a podcast with like without me seeing my sculpt. That's interesting. And if I get beautiful, I mean, interesting. Maybe not for this. Maybe for the programming side of things. Maybe once I get a little bit better on that, years down from now, maybe I can go over some code, lay out a script, do it on there. Anyway, honestly, I'm actually kind of starting to think I'm better at the coding than the sculpting. And it's just more things I keep trying to code are not within my realm of reasonability. But I don't want to like make a ripoff of somebody else's game. I want it to be like my game, you know. Like I don't want it to feel like anyone else's. If that makes sense. It's kind of like why it's hard to describe it because everyone wants you to describe it to like another game, and like I don't want to do that because I want to believe it's completely original, even though like I know like deep down like a lot of it is just from experiences I've had, movements and actions. Yeah. And then let's get that over there, down more. That's about accurate for where the eyeball is. It should be more like there. Alright. Back into the face. Get into the clay buildup. Clay buildup brush. Normally I have a timer on this so I can see how long I've been doing this. I'm doing this almost 40 minutes. So that's good. God, I want to grab something to drink right now. Now, we might take a break from this for me to grab a drink real quick. Guys, Give me 1 second. I know this is rude and I'm gonna walk away, but give me 1 second to get a drink. Alright. Quality entertainment, folks. Quality entertainment. What happened to my music and why did it stop? You guys were supposed to be able to listen to ocean waves while I sculpt it. God damn it. Alright. Bad Spotify. Made me upset. Right, damn standard. Alright, let's get these eyes just a little bit better. Yeah. Alright, eventually I'm gonna do. Eventually I'm gonna do. Like I said, eventually I'm gonna do another artist on his walk, but from a 2D illustration into a 3D illustration. But I want to be warmed up, ready to go, and amped that day. Don't want to do it on a day like today where I'm not gonna be able to give it my all. Because of external shit, so that's gonna happen probably next week, sometime in the near future. We'll do it that way, and I think that's how I'm gonna try to do it to any artist I find on either Instagram or ArtStation that I think this stuff's really cool. I'll try to reach out to them and try to parody this to see if they're okay with me parodying their stuff and then giving them a shout out that way. Because I think that'd be a fun way of doing it. I also don't want to just take a screenshot on Instagram and be like, "This guy's great," and then move it along that way. I think that would be really frustrating, hard, and tough, and challenging. Alright, let's slow this down a bit more. Yeah, and so next week we're either going to do sculpt from reference or we're going to do that shout out thing. Possibly both. I'm going to work on his stuff for like more than a day though, because I don't want to just like rush it. So these guys are more like training tutorials. Whereas me improving myself and my fundamental skills. And I felt like we had momentum and then it just dissipated. That was kind of sad now. I'm trying to get it back. This is actually really challenging. Like, which I actually really like that I've done this and nothing else, because it's really telling me like live streaming is actually kind of hard. Like you gotta try to stay entertaining, and I ain't succeeding in that. And then you also gotta be able to do your performance art in multiple ways. And then the other thing you learn is you learn how to publicly speak in an interesting way. This is a fun, like, pseudo psychic experience. I'm very intrigued by the whole entire thing. It's definitely making me a better public speaker. Like, it's definitely improving my skills. It's definitely making me feel more comfortable with my art. Like, this is all around all good things, but it's also very awkward and weird. I don't know how the big guys do it. I'm just doing this really mostly so there's my original thought was just, oh, here's another social media that I technically use all the time. Let's try something on it. In the case of YouTube, it was the only social media I used for years. So yeah, mostly for entertainment, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. Yeah, the worst part of the wave sounds is now I have a different song stuck in my head than the waves, and they're like overlapping and they do not mix. Anyway, I should probably use the snake hook right now. Because it can work with the subsulfate, the Sculptor. The move brush, for the most part, in ZBrush you use almost exclusively to do a lot of things you would normally do with snake hook brush and other applications like Blender and Mudbox, but those programs kind of are being Blender is used. It has a use case no matter what outside of ZBrush, just because it's one free and open to the public and like very cheap for game studios. But like Mudbox, I'm pretty sure is gonna die in the next couple of years. I don't think Autodesk knows what they're doing with them. Plus, almost everyone you hear about in the industry and like every video you watch is somebody sculpting not in Mudbox but in ZBrush. But anyway, so basically, in ZBrush is kind of the standard as far as sculpting is concerned. It's like the upper echelons. Basically, what the snake hook brush does is it builds up geometry as it pulls out, which technically Sculptris Pro mode does as well. Just decimates and tessimates geometry around the area. let's just get this neck a little more structured. We're gonna go back to the ear in a minute, but I want to have it where I can. Going back to my oversized lips, unfortunately. It's a habit I can't break. There we go, now it's coming together. If I had a better understanding of my torso shapes, maybe still need to get them down the general fundamental shapes, then I wouldn't have to waste all this time plucking and picking. Something that I need to get down. I need to get down to the point where it's like, boom, I can see the number of shapes and the number of forms on the face, and I know what I'm doing. There. The universe really wants you to have attached earlobes. I hope you're happy. Happy with that sculpt. Alright. That is wonderfully disgusting. Have anyone ever had that yet? Outside of me? Is that particular taco? I like it the commercials he doesn't have a problem with. Sorry guys, I'm now just getting the eyebrows taken care of. trying to figure out what's going wrong, where I can fix it, how to make it better. Like I said, I do a lot better with more stylized stuff, but I need to practice my proportions and my forms at least once a week. And this really wasn't the best practice anyway, because I was supposed to grab reference photos. We will get reference photos tomorrow. That's for sure. It's really hard not to like zone into my art while doing this, like I've noticed. Because normally, like that's so important in the art, the whole rest of the world fades away, and I'm kind of missing that when doing this. But I also know the second I'm done doing this, I can just grab another sheet of art piece of paper, and, like lose myself in it. I don't want to lose myself in this sculpt. I think this is why a lot of art channels that stick around are more heavily edited than mine. I should definitely do something with a little bit of editing quality eventually. Also just one of these. But I feel like this is a fun way for like people maybe to interact with me. Maybe it's if I don't have the comments up, so it's really just a way for me to interact with you guys. Or shout. I don't know. Let's get this cheek altered just a little more. We're at least gonna have a sculpt by the end of this. It looks mad. I'm really deep into the ugly phase right now. Like, man, this guy got hit with the ugly stick, right? Like, it's getting bad. Actually, I think I need to just change the placement of the eyeball a little bit. Forward. There we go. Not the eyeball. We don't need to move the eyeball around. Alright. Oh, man. Now let's get these ears set up. Oh, we're getting to the point where it's calling it a day time. So we're gonna finish up getting this skull up, and then I'll probably take a break from this for a few minutes. Probably do some abstractions, upload those in a little bit. Do this as a post and as a stream. Sorry, it's not as good as the last one, guys. We'll come back with another one in a little bit, though. Right now, this is it. This was the live stream as best we could do it. We're gonna work on making better quality entertainment for you guys. Clearly, I messed up on the top of the skull as well. Next one we're gonna do is just gonna be more of a playing with shape, having fun time. Right now, this is the end of this sculpt, and I just took off my robes because before ending the thing, that's nasty. You guys gotta see the nips. It's terrible. Full bare chested. They just woke up. Yep, that's what's happening. We're not done. There you go. You guys get to experience it too on the Instagram side of things. Alright. Bye. End video. Stop the stream.